Hi friends, hello. How is everybody? How are we doing today? I'm doing quite well. Trying out this new beanie. My grandmother gave it to me. And I think I need like a little bit more hair to actually pull it off. Right now it's kind of making me look bald. Which isn't a bad look on most people, but I feel like I have a very round head and a very large forehead in a way that does not make bald hair a viable option for me. But anyway, just trying it out. It's a nice color. Alright, so today I thought that we would do kind of just a going through my postcard collection show and tell type situation. When I was in college, my senior year, I had a very big dorm room all to myself, and in that dorm room I had a very large wall right above the bed, and it was just big and white and uninterrupted. So I made a very intricate collage on that wall. It was huge. It took up the whole thing, and it was full of anything from these posters right behind me, now in frames, they were not in frames at the time, to postcards, to photos of my friends, to little tiny stickers, but instead of using the sticker part to put them on my wall, I never took the backing off and just put tape on it. Yeah, the best documentation I have of this is just this photo on my iPad. It's a still from a video, so I can't really get a better quality than that. But it was huge and intricate, and several of the things on that wall I don't have anymore. They didn't make it through being up on the wall the entire year and then being taken down and moved back home and then moved to the city and then moved from one apartment to another. Not everything is here anymore, but I have this little pocket folder, and I have a second one. It's called a gusseted binder pocket. And this one's about twice as full as the first one. So I don't need to go through both of them today, but we can start. Obviously not going to show you everything, but I'll take out a little bit at a time, and we can just enjoy the postcard. So, this one, a lot of them are from art museums, but this one is from the Guggenheim for a artist named Hilma af Klint, and there was a special exhibit just for her art when I went. This one is very large. It's from the trip I took to Barcelona with my family. And it's of the Sagrada Familia. I liked getting postcards that were a slightly different shape because they added variation to my collage wall. Alright. This one's pretty boring. It's not from anywhere special. I think I might have gotten it at a secondhand bookstore. And it has the word Waverly, Waverley written on it. We're gonna skip a couple, mostly because there's a couple of these that might get me in trouble. Just a portrait. More Hilma af Klint. I liked her work a lot. Some of them are stuck together with tape. This one is kind of freaky looking, but I've had this one for a really long time. When I was a kid, we visited some family friends in Vermont, and this is from the Bread and Puppet Theater. We have another Art Deco one. I'm not super interested in those anymore, especially when I know they're just like prints, modern prints. There is a art store in my city. It's an independent art store, and they have kind of funky postcards sometimes. I'm pretty sure this one's from that. This one I got with a friend at a Wonder Bookin' video, and it's a woman in a top hat with a horse, and I got it because it reminded me of the show Gentleman Jack. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I really liked season 1. I never watched season 2. I just felt like it didn't need it. I think it was appropriately wrapped up at the end of season 1. And I don't really believe in finishing shows. I'm so bad at it. This one is definitely from a museum. I think it was a museum in New York, actually. But it's fun. This one is just a fake paper doll. Oh, this one is fun. This one is made out of cork. It's made out of cork, so it's very bendy. I got this one at a gift shop in Portugal, and I actually got 2 of them and sent one of them to the person I was dating at the time. I hope they enjoyed it. This one I think is from that same museum in New York, if I remember correctly. This one has the museum written on the back. This one is a John Singer Sargent piece from the National Gallery of Art. And I believe this one is also from that same museum in New York. My friends and I took a New York trip during our senior year, and there was some drama on the trip, but we did go to several museums because we are nerds and we're not incredibly cool people. Got some boring ones from my mother. It's got her handwriting on the back. I love her handwriting. I'm not gonna show you the note. It's quite personal, but it is a Degas print because I did ballet for a very long time. I know I don't exactly give off ballerina vibes, but I did ballet for about 17 years, I want to say. Yeah. This one is very cool. I got this at a gay bookstore called Giovanni's Room, and it actually has a note on the back. It says, "Felicidades, te deseo de todo corazón." I want your whole heart, I think. I think that's what that means. Maybe I got this one in Spain. I'm pretty sure I got it at Giovanni's Room, but I might have gotten it in Spain since it has Spanish on the back. Felicidades, te deseo de todo corazón. That's some boring ones. We're just gonna flip through the boring ones. This one I definitely got at Giovanni's Room. This is more Hilma Klimt. We're flipping through. These seem to be quite vintage. They're not as big as regular postcards, but they made a very good addition to my wall. And this one isn't a postcard, it's just a little, like, I almost want to call it a piece of ephemera, but maybe it's a little too big to be ephemera. I've had this since I was a kid. My dad he still likes to just come in and hand you stuff and be like, "This is cool, take it." And this was definitely one of those kind of things. It's got Luke Skywalker and Chewie and Han on it. Some Mary Cassatt. Actually, this wasn't the one. I painted one of my best friends as a Mary Cassatt painting, because I think if they lived at the same time, she would have made a great Mary Cassatt model. And I was deciding between this one and the other one, and I went with the other one. And I gave the painting to her, so I don't have anything to show you, but I recreated it in watercolor. Boring. This one's pretty cool, but I don't remember where I got it. Oh, this one's kind of freaky. I must have gotten this at the art store too. A cool photo of Billie Holiday. Oh, this is one of my favorite paintings at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. I could just stare at it for hours. I think it captures a vibe that is just super cool. I absolutely love it. It is two people dressed in like circusy clothes walking home at night from all of these trees. There's a house and a moon in the sky. We're gonna keep flipping because these are a little bit repetitive. Alright. Boring. Oh, this is one that also has writing on the back. It does appear to also be in Spanish, so maybe I got this one and the other one in Spain. The handwriting is very, very tight, very beautiful, but very tight. So let's see if I can read it. It says, Estimado amigo, muchas felicidades. Something, nope, I can't read the rest of that. It starts off with, Estimados amigos, muchas felicidades. And then I cannot read any of that. But it is just beautiful handwriting. This one also has writing on the back. I found this one at the Wonder Book and Video. At the time I was there with a friend, and she actually took a picture of all of this writing on the back and tried to decode it, and also tried to figure out who was the sender and the recipient. I, to be quite honest with you, did not decode the letter. I was more interested in putting it up on my wall and it being pretty. But I love that I have it. It starts off with, Dear Cynthia. It says, here we are at home again. And then I really, really struggled to read it. I think if I had a little more patience, maybe I could do it. I think she ended up coming up with a story about the two, because it's two women, and I think she ended up like writing a little short story about it, which is super cool. Gonna keep flipping. Got some Renoir. We got more Degas. No, just kidding. That's not Degas. I saw Ballerina and I was like, Degas. It's still Renoir. I know. Got a girl reading. Oh, we got some Chagall. Some Marc Chagall. I was always, when I had these up on my wall, really tempted to trim the big white part off. And I think I did it on some of them, but I didn't do it on all of them. I seem to have written 2019 on the back, so I'm assuming I bought that in 2019. We have another Renoir. And then we have William the Hippopotamus. It's still a postcard you see on the back, but I just loved that it was shaped like the hippopotamus. This is not a postcard. It came with a vinyl album I bought called Women Sing Waits, which is basically a bunch of female artists covering Tom Waits songs. I'm gonna flip through. These never made it onto my wall. Oh yes, here we go. So in addition to getting postcards, I also printed out photos, specifically photos of musicians that I like. This one I trimmed down to fit a spot, but it is the Runaways. I am a very big Joan Jett fan. You can't actually. That is a that is a Joan Jett record. But I have some Joan Jett photos over here, and I have a poster right here that says Joan Jett for President. Here's another printed photo of Joan Jett. I love her. I'm in love with her. She's amazing. I also have some photos of friends that I will not be sharing with you guys. Here's Brandi Carlile. Brandi Carlile. I just love women with guitars, you know. I saw a Chapel Roan interview where she was talking about Joan Jett, and I was like, this is exactly how I feel about Joan Jett. Like, she's so cool. Look at her. So all of these were up on my wall of my college dorm. I also have Blondie. I've seen Joan Jett live like 3 or 4 times. I want to say 4. And I've seen Blondie once. I've seen Brandi Carlile 3 times. And this next artist I'm about to show you is Alex Leahy. Alex Leahy. And I've seen her 3 times. She's super cool. She's an Australian musician. And I just really like her energy, her songwriting. She's super cool. I have several photos with her. More Joan Jett. Even more Joan Jett. This is getting kind of embarrassing. Even more Joan Jett. I love this picture. Some Blondie. Debbie Harry is super cool. When I saw her in, I believe, 2019, and she covered Old Town Road because that was really popular at the time. It was really fun seeing Blondie, Debbie Harry singing Old Town Road. And then we have even more photos. We have Brandi Carlile. We have this very cool picture of Alex Leahy. We have an awesome picture of Joan Jett. And just, yeah. And then I had a bunch of these. I still do. These are Portuguese tiles, and they sell postcard versions of them. So, on another wall in my college senior dorm, I bought like 20 of these, and I tiled the wall. But we don't need to see all of them right now. But JK, I'm gonna show you anyway. I'm not gonna flip through what we have. All of these are a little bit smaller, so these went around the fireplace. Because yes, I had a fireplace in my college dorm. It didn't work. But I had one. And then I have this whole stack right here. It's just a ton of them. They're all kind of stuck together because I didn't properly take the tape off. Because I am nothing if not lazy. Yeah. So we had the whole stack of tile postcards. I was so proud of this idea, honestly. Oh, and I had to trim one. This one is cut because I was right down by the floor and I didn't have the room for the whole card. But yeah. that's about it for our purple folder. The only thing left in there is more Portuguese tile postcards. Actually, it looks like these are Spanish, not Portuguese. These are from Barcelona. Alright, so I'm not gonna go through the second folder. I can't imagine that people are super thrilled about this video, but on the off chance you want more, we'll have a whole nother folder to go through. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great afternoon, evening, morning, whatever, and I will see you next time.